Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and just to be on the safe side, as ever, hello. It's Lynn here from the LEN English Network, looking at live chat from the last week, but looking at the conversations, not the hello and how do I chat on Skype, okay? If you want to know how to chat on Skype, keep calm, explore the network. So, Shamil started out saying, hey guys, I'm new here and just want to see how it's going on here. So, Shamil, you say, hey, hi guys, rather than hey, hi, H-I. I am new here, comma, and I just want to see what's happening here or how things work here. Or you could say what's going on here if you want to use the word going, okay? And Nevi came along and said, hi Shamul, how are you? I'm also new on this website. I want to improve my writhing English and to find a new friends. Okay, so that was perfect up to I want to improve. It would be I want to improve my written English, W-R-I-T-T-E-N, and to find new friends. That would be plural, or, and to find a new friend, singular, okay? Shamal said, hi, hey, Nevi. Again, hey, no heys here, just hi. Thanks for texting me. I'm doing well and hope the same to you. Okay, so hi, Nevi, comma, thanks, T-H-A-N-K-S, for texting me, full stop. Then I'm doing well and hope the same for you, full stop. Hi, said Nevi. I feel great, thanks, and I think that your English is very good. May I ask you what is your nationality and where do you live? I'm from Bulgaria, but I live in New York. So that was great, but you need a comma after Bulgaria, because before but, it's sort of like a pause in the sentence, okay? Have a wonderful weekend, Shamul. And thanks, guys. That was a great start to the week. We'll move on a little bit from hellos and get to Geoff, who said, hi, I'm new too and wanting to join the conversation. What's the topic? Okay, so hi is fine, you need a capital H. I'm new too and want to join the conversation. What's the topic? You need a capital W for the what. And I replied, what would you like to talk about? Larry Taria said, yes. And Zeb said, yes to what, Lalit? So then Zeb replied to Geoff and said, hi Geoff, set topics are on the forum. Here it's anything that pops to mind. You wouldn't say pops to mind. You might say anything that pops up or anything that comes to mind. Okay? Do you follow the 2015 Copa America in Chile? Okay, do you follow? Or is it, are you following? I think it would be, are you following? Because it's something that's sort of finite in time, okay? It's about football, and yesterday I discovered the mascot Zincha. It's a portmanteau word. It's made of the words Zorro, Fox, and Hincha fan. Do you like football? Okay, you'd say it's made up of the words Zorro and Fox, or it's made from the words Zorro and Fox. Ida came along and said, I like soccer very much. I think you meant very much, V-E-R-Y, and don't forget your full stop. What team do you support, asked Seb? And Ida said, I support the Real Madrid. Okay, you just say, I support Real Madrid, or I support Liverpool, or I support Man United. I don't, by the way, but you get the idea. And you, what team do you support? To be honest, said Seb, I knew this was coming, I don't support any team except the French national team when they play the European Championship and the World Cup. I keep an eye on football events in South America because it's a big thing there. I think that it's bigger than in Europe. Would you agree? Oh, and don't forget, the World Cup is usually capitalised, and these sort of football events are usually capitalised, okay? Because they're so important. Okay, I just said, I understand you. Now I live in South America, Colombia in specific. Okay, I understand is what you'd say rather than I understand you. Okay, I understand. I live in South America, and the S in South is also capitalised. Colombia, to be specific, then a full stop. Okay, I like to play football and other sports, and I watch events here. But to be honest, I prefer to see Europe events like a football, mainly, and other sports because I think it's bigger than in South America. Yeah. But anyway, I enjoy to play sports here with my friends. Okay. What can I say? I'd put a full stop at specific, to be specific, full stop. I like to play football. I like playing football and other sports, comma, and I watch events here, but to be honest, I prefer to watch European events like football. Um, hmm. Or I prefer to watch European events, mainly football, comma, and some other sports, that's better, because I think that it's bigger there than in South America, full stop. Anyway, with a capital A, I enjoy playing sports here with my friends. And you, what do you like to do? Don't forget capital W for your question. Sentences and questions all start with a capital letter, okay? Zeb said, I like to practice sports too. For a long time, I was a fencer. It's not putting an enclosure around a house or a field. No. It's fencing like in the Musketeers, but a modern version. Nowadays, I mainly run or go roller skating. Do you mean that you're a European? I'll guess a Spaniard that decided to move to Colombia. Okay. It's a great. Fencing is a good sport, said Ida. Here in my city, some people are practicing it a lot. Okay. I wouldn't say it's a great. I'd just say that's great. Yeah. And then fencing is a good sport, comma, small h. Here in my city, some people practice it a lot. Okay. If it's a regular event, if it's something you do as a habit, we use the simple present. Okay. I often see people practicing it a lot, or people practice it a lot. Well, no, I'm from Colombia. I'm born here. I'm only 21 years, but I have some friends and familiars that lives here. That lives there. Okay. So, because I'm confused about where you are now, Ada, because you said I live in South America, Colombia to be specific, and then you say maybe I'll go there. Okay. Anyway, you could say, well, no, small n, comma, I'm from Colombia, comma, I was born here, then a full stop. I'm only 21 years old, full stop. However, comma, I have some friends and family that live here, okay? Maybe I'll go there soon to doing something about studies. Maybe I'll go there soon to do something about studies, or to do something about studying. Or maybe you're talking about Spain, and that's why you said that live there, as in Spain. Let us know anyway. Is it Bogota? Asked Zeb. Anyway, you're in the Northern Hemisphere. It's also winter for you. But what are the temperatures at the moment? 20 degrees? No, said Ada. At the moment, I'm not living in Bogota. I live in Cali. It is the third city more important of my country. Okay, it's the third most important city of my country, and country with a small c. Okay, full stop. It calls the sport capital of America. Okay, you'd say it's called the sports capital of America. And then you go on, well, here it isn't seasons because we are in the Ecuador, but there are periods of rain and dry each year. Okay, well, here it isn't seasonal because we are on the equator. Equator with a small e, E-Q-U-A-T-O-R. Okay, and there's no need to capitalise the word equator, okay, because it's not a proper noun, okay? But there are periods of rain and dry each year, that's fine. Or you could say there are rainy periods and dry periods each year. It would flow a bit better. Okay, and then you go on to say, in addition, the area is irregular. That is the reason why the temperatures are so different in each place for the height above sea level. Okay, I think you mean, in addition, the land is at different heights, maybe, or we have valleys and mountains, something like that, or hills and valleys, and that's why the temperatures are different depending on the height above sea level. Maybe that's what you meant, okay? Then you'd want a comma, because then you say but, so you always need a comma before but here the temperature's average is 23 degrees centigrade, or I would say, but here the average temperature, singular, is 23 degrees centigrade. Sounds like a lovely temperature to me, Ida. When you say that Cali is the third most important city of Colombia, asked Zeb, do you mean by the number of inhabitants? Other than the climate and warm average temperatures, are there other advantages for a country to be located on the equator line? Just on the equator, okay? And then I'd say, I replied to Zeb because of the Musketeers, sorry. I sort of hijacked the conversation, said, there's a new Musketeers series on the BBC. Zeb, you asked, is it any good? My reply is not really. It's all right, but it's typical BBC fare. When you're watching it, you're not sure if you're watching a children's programme or an adult programme. Compare it with Game of Thrones, it's not very good. But it's okay for I think, Friday night. I record it and I watch it when I've got a moment, okay? Okay, so we move on from there and scroll up a bit. We come to Amir, who said hi. Eswaran said hi. Zeb said, how are you doing, Eswaran? I guess that there's a penguin on your desk at work. I'm not sure what you meant, but I think you meant penguin, Penguin. I replied just hello. Marzi then came along. This wouldn't normally get recorded, but Marzi came along and said, hi, lovely teacher. Oh, sweet. I think hi, teacher would be okay. How are you doing? You need a capital H for that. Are you on a short break like Zeb? And don't forget Zeb, capital X. Zeb replied, I wish I was still on a break, but it's already over. Marzi said, you didn't send me any comment, and I thought you're on a break still. Where's teacher? And Zeb said, I don't know where Lynn is, but yes, the live chat session is on again. Lynn was around at 11:30 last Tuesday, and she made the recording and uploaded it later that day. Indeed, I did. That's probably not going to happen this week, though. So, Marzi, I'd say you didn't send me any comments, okay, or you didn't reply to my comments, something like that, okay? And I thought you're still on a break. Okay, thanks, Zeb, then Marzi replied. I think you're moody today. Smile, please. Full stop after the please. And Zeb put a little character in and said, haven't you noticed that Lynn recorded last week's messages? Remember, that's a question, Zeb, so you need a question mark. I can't understand what's your mean. Okay, now writing your mean, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, means you're calling Zeb a mean person. So you want to avoid that and say, I don't understand. What do you mean? Okay. Then Zeb quite rightly put, what do I mean? It's nice to see you didn't think it was an insult, Zeb. I'm talking about the recording that Lynn makes each week with the corrections of our messages. Okay, but Lynn never corrects my messages, said Marzi. Please tell me more about it. So, okay, should be either capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y, comma, but Lynn, with a capital L, has never corrected my messages, full stop. Please, capital P, tell me more about it, full stop. That would be discrimination, said Zeb. Bad, bad, bad. But there's probably another explanation. Each recording includes 1 week of messages. Maybe you didn't write anything between the 1st of September, the 9th of January and the 13th of January. You can tell I've been doing too much American writing recently, which is the period included in the first recording after Christmas break. So you'd say after the Christmas break, okay? An hour later, said Zeb, I've just listened to the recording again to track my mistakes. You are in it, Marzi. It includes the conversation about the census. Yeah, I thought so. Anyhow, I replied, I think I know what Marzi means, Zeb. I correct messages in writing on the forum and in the lessons, but here in live chat you get a voice correction. It's to encourage you to practice your listening skills. Marzi said, okay, but I don't understand anything. You confuse me. Which is fine, Marzi, because if you're confused, it means you're actually thinking, okay? I would say, okay, again, capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y, comma, but I don't understand, full stop. You're, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, confusing me. Zeb then said, have you noticed that there is recording at the top of the page? I'd say a recording. Click the play button and you will hear Lynn reading out loud our messages. I would say you'll hear Lynn reading our messages out loud, okay? I hope it is clearer now. Yeah, Zeb, said Marzi, I finally discover it, but I can't see our conversation in comments page. All of them disappear suddenly. What's problem? So, yeah, Zeb, yes, okay, but I'd put yes, just to get into the habit of doing it correctly. I have finally discovered it, comma, but I can't see our conversation in the comments page. Suddenly, all of them disappear. What's the problem? And about record, I only hear Smile's voice. Okay, and about the recording, I only hear Smiles voice. I don't know who Smiles is, but anyway. To see older comments, said Zeb, you have to go down the page and click the button, load more comments. Marty then said, I do it previous time, but there are anything. Well, now I see them again. Okay. I did it before, but there wasn't anything. But there was nothing there. Okay. But now I see them again. Zeb, do you know my English level? I think I'm in pre-intermediate level. What's your idea? Again, you're confusing your Y-O-U''RE, which is short for you are. So not what's you are idea? That would make no sense. It's your Y-O-U-R, okay? What's your idea? What does it mean to be at a pre-intermediate level to you? Replied Zeb. And Marty said, oh, I've got to scroll down. I mean I'm in average level or mediocre. So, I mean I'm at an average level or mediocre. Listening is easier than speaking for me. These days, I hardly try and speak English with myself. Okay, these days, THESE, I hardly try to speak English. Full stop. I hope to be better than before. I would say I hope to improve, okay? Frankly speaking, Marty, said Seb, if you think you could do better, just practice and enjoy it. If you need a break, have a break and come back to English later. But don't say that you are mediocre. These levels hardly mean anything. To me, they're artifacts for people who take exams. Zeb, said Marty, you always speak kindly and it causes a better feel in my mind. Okay, and it makes me feel better. Okay, I broke for 2 months and now I want to continue learning, but I need someone who help me. Okay, I took a break for 2 months, comma, and now I want to continue learning, but I need to find someone who will help me, or I need someone who will help me. Okay, then you carry on. I'll probably start English class next week. Okay, I'll probably start English classes next week. I don't believe exam 2. I really want to enjoy learning English. It's my dream. Okay, I don't believe in exams either. Full stop. But I really want to learn, I really want to enjoy learning English. It's my dream. That's fine. By the way, Marty, said Zeb, when you talk to yourself in English, what do you talk about? Hi, said Marty, can you tell me what's mean of BTW? Okay, can you tell me what BTW means? Okay, I talk about everything like weather, my family and else. Okay, I talk about everything like the weather, my family and other things. Okay, and Zeb replied, it stands for by the way. When you speak to yourself, do you do it Gollum's style? Okay, you could say do you do it Gollum style, as in Gangnam style, or do you do it in Gollum's style? I mean as if there were two different people in you. And Marty hasn't replied yet, but I'd be interested. I think it's because you said I talk to myself, which means you go, hello, Marty, and then Marty goes, hello, Marty, and then you say, are you having a nice day? And Marty says, yes, I'm having a nice day. That's talking to yourself, or mutter, mutter, mutter. Which talking to yourself is fine if you've got nobody else to talk to. Why not? Okay, so we'll scroll up a bit more, and Alma came along and said, hey everybody, my name is Alma and I'm Icelandic. I have been trying to add LEN on Skype but haven't found the ID. Can anyone help? So, hi everybody, capital H, small I. My name is Alma, comma, and I'm Icelandic. Icelandic with a capital I. I've been trying to add LEN on Skype, capital S, comma, but haven't found her ID. Full stop. Can anyone help? Ida said, I want to improve my English skills. If you like, we can practice each other by Skype. This is my Skype. So, I want to improve my English skills too, Ida. If you like, we can practice with each other on Skype, capital S. Okay, this is my Skype, blah, blah. Zeb said, actually, LEN adds you, not the other way round. Explore the chat Skype session of the menu for the how-to. Alma said, okay, I've left my Skype ID on the forum and I'm waiting for her to add me. Okay, no need to capitalise the F in forum, okay? Zeb said, you did it by sending a private message to LEN, didn't you? Otherwise, I'm afraid it's not going to work. Oh, okay, this you would say, you did it by sending a private message to LEN, didn't you? Didn't you? Otherwise, I'm afraid it's not going to work. Absolutely. That said, what Skype sessions most are you interested in? Oh, no, you've put, that said, what Skype sessions most are you most interested in? Too many mosts. Okay, that said, what Skype sessions are you most interested in? I'm a beginner for English, said Alma. So I'm an English beginner, I would put there. Do you think the Skype lessons with Linna won't be work for me? Okay, do you think the Skype sessions with Lynn, and that's an E at the end of Lynn, won't work for me? I want to practice my speaking. Are you good at English? Oh, you have to make that decision, Alma. I went, hi, Alma. I can recommend Amatsu's Tuesday session for beginners, but it's on G+. Otherwise, our Wednesday session in Second Life is another option for easier English. And then Zeb came along and said, in reply to Alma's question about her English, I think that I'm doing well with my English. So do I, Zeb. And then she said, the Monday Skype session is a reading session. Give it a go and you will see how comfortable you feel in the room. And you'll be glad to know, Zeb, we have actually spoken, Alma and I. Although we did experience the same sort of technical problems that we often encounter in these things. But don't forget, we'll be in Skype on Friday again, Alma. If you want to join us, just send me a private message in Skype, okay? You're in my contact list now, okay? Okay, and the next meaningful conversations was started by Victoria. So Victoria said, hi everyone, I am new here. Could you guys help me to improve my English? I'm really bad in it, thanks very much. So, hi, capital H, small I, then a comma, space, and then everyone. Or, no comma, just hi everyone, full stop. Capital I, I'm new here. Could you guys help me to improve my English? Capital ENGLISH, full stop. I'm really bad in it. Well, not that bad. Full stop, thanks very much. Mariam said, hi March, how are you? Where are you from? Tell me about you. Okay, tell me about yourself is what you can say there. And don't forget your full stop. Victoria said, how are you? Your question mark comes straight after the U in you, Victoria. I come from HK. What about you? So I come from Hong Kong, full stop. Then capital W, so a space after the full stop, capital W, what about you? Mariam then said, I'm fine, and you? I'm from Georgia. Do you know? You're speaking of Chinese. Okay. I'm from Georgia, comma, do you know it? Or have you heard of it? Full and question mark. Okay. You're speaking about China, not you're speaking of Chinese. She hasn't mentioned her language. So you're speaking of China, comma, yes. Or you're speaking of China, comma, yes. You can use it as like a tag question. As I know, it's very difficult. Tell me about you country. Okay. As far as I know, Chinese is very difficult, full stop. Tell me about your, Y-O-U-R, country. And Zeb said, hello, Marsh. Okay, let's practice. What things are you good at? I'm not sure why you're calling Victoria Marsh, unless Victoria's changed her name. It doesn't matter. I'm good at Chinese. Ha, said Victoria. So I am good at Chinese. Okay, and then full stop. Antonio went, which I think is meant to be laughter, but we don't do that in English, okay? Lol, said Zeb, okay, cheeky girl, but it doesn't count if you are a Chinese native speaker. That's like me saying, I'm really good at English, isn't it? It's cheating. Any other things you are good at? And we'll have to wait to see if Victoria replies, okay? So then, here's a little warning. I noticed somebody put up a phone number. I have deleted it. Any moderators out there, if you see somebody writing down phone numbers, please delete them because there are phishing scams going out where you phone a number. It's a prime number, a premium number. So you're not allowed to post any phone numbers here. I'm sorry, but there you go. Right, then our next normal conversation was started by Alma, who said, hello, I need someone enough patient to practice my English. Okay, I need someone with enough patience to practice my English with. And then full stop. I'm really bad in it. So I'm really bad at it. Full stop. So, comma, I would love to find someone who is very patient. Full stop. Hey, I'm very patient, Alma. Antonio said, hi, Alma, I need to improve my English too. We can talk and help each other. Okay, we can talk to each other and help each other, maybe? Can you contact me at FB? Said Moon. So can with a capital C. Can you contact me on Facebook? Okay, FB if you want to use the initials capital F, capital B, otherwise capital F, ACEBOOK. Your FB ID, asked Halal. So that's a capital Y, Okay. Moon said, hi Alma, I'm too bad in English like you. Okay. Hi, capital H, Alma with a capital A. I too am bad at English like you, capital E for English, full stop. Hi Alma. I'm becoming good at chatting with people. Do we start a little conversation together? So not do we start, should we start, or shall we start, if you want to be very British, okay? Yes, that would be great. How old are you? Oh, that's a way to kill a conversation, Alma. Tatia 2000 said, hi, how are you? So Tatia, capital H and capital H for how as well. Capital H for hi and then capital H with the how. I'm fine and ooh, said Alma. So Y-O-U for you, Alma. And don't forget, after the U in you, so to speak, you don't need a space before the question mark. Tatia said, me too. Where are you from? Okay, so capital M for me too, full stop. That's a statement. Me too. I'm fine too. Where, capital W, are you from? And then Zeb replied to the age. Oh, is there an age limit to chat with you? What is it? Not at all, said Alma, just asking. That's the problem with asking ages, okay? Some people find it creepy, some people find it rude, and it's just not something to do when you're just meeting someone. Then I'll pass. In France, you never ask the age of a lady. Has your weekend already started? Asked Zeb. Hee hee, sorry about that, said Alma. I don't have any plans for the weekend. And you? So, sorry about that would be capital S, and then full stop. Okay, just the one. I don't have any plans for the weekend, comma, and you? That's like a tag question, okay? This weekend, said Seb, I'll stay in Paris, which means that I'll be able to join a few friends in a cafe in a couple of hours. Javi should join me at some point for a conversation exchange French-Spanish. Javi, what? So Javi, that's fine, Javi. And not what, but who? Capital W-H-O. Because when you're talking about people, it's who. Talking about things, it's what. So I need someone to practice my English. I'm really bad in it. So I need someone to practice my English with, comma, I'm really bad at it, full stop. That's in... might want to say I need someone to practice speaking English with. I'm really bad at it, okay? Javi is on a short break in Paris, said Seb. He's looking for interacting with French people as most as possible before going back to Spain. Okay, he's looking to interact with French people as much as possible, comma, before going back to Spain. If you keep using your English, it'll get better. If you listen to the weekly recording with the correction of your messages, you'll improve even faster. Yes, I was thinking about it if you want to talk together on Skype, asked Alma. So yes, full stop, just the one. I was thinking about if you want to talk together on Skype, capital S. Okay. Well, Alma, said Zeb, I prefer group activities to practice my spoken English with other learners. I asked Zeb, is that our Javi, Zeb? I mean the Javi I interviewed in Second Life. And Zeb said it was not him. This Javi is both a Spanish and English speaker and not into virtual worlds. And I replied, our Javi was a very good English speaker, but he was also a regular in Atlantis. I guess there are a lot of Javis out there. And Zeb then said, I made a couple of mistakes lately, sending messages to the wrong person. Many people with the name Javier also go by Javi. Two other names that put me into some troubles are Ramon and Jorg. Luckily, nobody took offence so far. Okay, so two other names that get me into trouble are Ramon and Jorg. Luckily, nobody has taken offence so far. Because remember, we used that present perfect to show something could change in that circumstance. So as soon as you wrote so far, you have to use the present perfect. Okay? Gosh, I'm saying okay a lot this week, aren't I? Is that okay? So then Mohammed came along and said, hi, how are you? Because I want the same as you. I think we can start English chatting right now. Okay, how are you? Then you don't need to write because. Just say, I want the same as you, with a capital I, of course. And I think, capital I, we can start chatting in English right now. I prefer Skip. My Skype name is blah, blah. So I, capital I, prefer Skype. Capital S-K-Y-P-E, okay? Otherwise you're saying skip. So I prefer Skype, okay? Do you prefer Skype because you prefer to talk instead of writing? Asked Zeb. Hey, Zeb, that sounds fine to me. I prefer to talk instead of typing, definitely. Unfortunately, Mohammed didn't reply to that one, so we will never know. Okay, and then we had a lot of people trying to swap Skype IDs, which is fine, but I won't bother recording them because it's not really a conversation. Somebody called Atlantic Rover came along and said, "Hi, anyone online?" So, Atlantic Rover, hi, capital H. Anyone online, capital A, and then just one question mark. Then Atlantic Rover said, "Precisely how long do I have to wait for approval of my past by Learn English Free? I've posted 20 minuets ago and it's still on hold." Patience is a virtue. Possess it if you can. Seldom in a woman, never in a man. So what you'd say, precisely how long do I, capital I, have to wait for approval of my post? P-O-S-T. Question mark. Okay. Just the one question mark. I posted 20 minutes ago, which is M-I-N-U-T-E-S, comma, and it's still on hold, full stop. Okay, there's no waiting time, said Zeb, if you have a Discuss account. Otherwise, you go into a moderation queue and have to wait until a moderator comes online to free your messages. It's to prevent spammers and the like. Personally, I hate queuing and created a Discuss account when I decided to take part here. Exactly. So, if you want to not have an account, then don't worry about it. We will moderate your posts eventually, but you'll have to be patient. And believe me, 20 minutes is not a long time. Manny then said, "I'm online." Thanks, Manny. Okay, but I think that maybe Atlantic Rover is in a bit of a hurry. You have to be patient on the network, Atlantic Rover. Then we had a slightly surreal conversation with Gyang. Gyang started with Loi Loi. I'm not sure if I even want to say that because I'm not sure what it means, but who or what is Loi Loi, said Zeb. Gyang said, Loi Loi, it means fun icon. So I'd say, Gyang, Loi Loi means fun icon. Don't forget your full stop. What kind of icon, I asked. Zeb said, so thanks. So Loi Loi is a Vietnamese word, isn't it? Sorry, said Gyang, I small problem. Okay, so sorry, capital S. I have, capital I, a small problem, full stop. It's okay, no worries. I have to go to work now, said Zeb. See you next time. Bye. Anyhow, Gyang then came back later and said, I want to looking for friend. Okay, I am looking for a friend. Okay, or I want to look for a friend. Don't forget capital I. Antonio said, hi, Gyang. I think that you live in a great country with many beauties. Many beauties? That might imply something a bit creepy, like many beautiful ladies. It's very beautiful, I would say, if you want to describe the country rather than the people in it. You're not just talking about the beautiful beaches of Vietnam, are you? Asked Zeb. Did you think the same thing, Zeb? Ida came along and said, hi, I'm also here to making some friends and I speak in English while I improve my English skills. Okay, so hi, capital H, small I, just the one. I'm also here to make some friends and speak English while I improve my English skills, capital E, full stop. Mariam said, hi, Gyang, how are you? Zeb then said, you're looking for a friend. Is the name of your friend Loi Loi? And Gyang said, oh no, my name's Gyang. Okay, so capital O for oh no, and then my name's, and that's because names, short for name is, it's N-A-M-E apostrophe S, Gyang, full stop. I live in France, said Zeb, in Western Europe. Where do you live, Gyang? Gyang said, I come from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So capital I, and we actually put Vietnam as one word. So capital V-I-E-T-N-A-M, no space. What's the weather like in Ho Chi Minh City, asked Zeb. Here in Paris, it's cold, and we don't get a weather report from Gyang then. Come back, Gyang, tell us how warm it is. Go on, make us feel jealous. It's freezing here in Europe. Okay, and our next interesting conversation was started by Antonio Carlos, who said, hello everybody, I'm from Brazil, and I am looking for someone to improve my English. Okay, so I'm looking for someone, L-O-O-K-I-N-G, and then it's best to say, to help me improve my English, capital E, for English, of course, because otherwise you're looking for someone to improve your English for you, basically. And that's not going to happen. If you want to find someone to improve your English, look in the mirror. And Zeb said, hello, Antonio. What parts of Brazil do you know best? Hi, Zeb, said Antonio. Brazil is a beautiful place, mainly in this time, because now here is summer. The place that I know best in my country is a city where I live, Vitória. Here there are many beaches, interesting people and good places to visit. Okay, let's take this sentence first. Brazil is a beautiful place, mainly at this time of year, comma, because it's summer here. then I'd put a full stop there, okay? The place I know best in my country is the city where I live, comma, Vitoria. Here there are many beaches, interesting people and good places to visit. That's fine. Rio de Janeiro is a beautiful place too, but it is a little far from my city. Okay, I put a comma after two. Okay, but it's a long way away, I would say. Rather than from my city, I'd just say it's a bit far from my city or it's a long way away. What about you? Where do you live? Do you know about our culture? One big hug. Oh, I'm jealous now, Zeb. Okay, Zeb said, I live in France. I have a friend, Rubens, who lives in Sao Paulo. We help each other learning languages, and in the process he feeds me with some news about Brazil. Most days after work and during the weekend, he spends his time at the beach getting a perfect tan, chatting with friends and drinking screwdrivers or, what is that, cachaça, okay? If the beach was to disappear, I fear he would die. Is it the same for you? Antonio said, I like France. Okay, and then you went, I like France, one day I will go to Normandy. What I would say is, I like France, full stop. Okay, then start with a capital O, one day I will go to Normandy. And then I put a comma after Normandy. There are many places there that I want to know. Okay, there are many places there that I would like to explore. I think that would be a better way of saying that. There took place D-Day in WW2. Okay. The D-Day landings took place there in World War II. WW2 is fine. Yes, I like beach too, and Brazil without ocean would be a sad place. Okay. Yes, I like the beach too, comma, and Brazil without the ocean, small e, would be a sad place. Zeb asked then, is there any special reason that you're interested in World War II? In the town of Caen, there's a memorial with the sculpture of a gun with a knot in it. Have you ever seen a picture of it? And I don't think Antonio's replied to that one, but I replied to Antonio's weather boast, and I said, it's snowing here, so I would love to be lying on a warm sandy beach right now. And Antonio said, Vera good. In Brazil it's very difficult to see snow, only in the extreme winter in the southern states of the country. Hey, Antonio, if you want any, I'll send you some in the post. So I think you meant to say very good. Okay, that's Very. And then full stop. In capital I, Brazil, it's very difficult to see snow. And then that's fine. Only during an extreme winter in the southern states of the country, that would be fine. Okay? And then Victoria came along and said, I have never seen the snow, jealous. Somebody said, hi, how are you? And Zeb quite rightly said, it's cold, Victoria, too cold. I know, if you've not experienced snow, it's something you think, it's so lovely. And it is to begin with, but I can assure you, after a while, you want it to go. Okay, then let's see, a little bit of highs and how are yous, which is fine. There was no replies to those ones. Some Skype fishing. That's what I'm going to call you all, Skype fishers. Okay. And then a longer chat here from Jarl, who started with, hi everybody, my Skype is blah blah. I'm looking forward to chat with you. Thank you. So, hi everybody is capital H. Yeah, and then full stop after your Skype ID, then capital I, I'm looking forward to chatting with you. We look forward to doing things, okay? Thank you, and then full stop after thank you. I replied, hello Jarl, do you only use Skype to chat? And Jarl said, depending which do I mean, I am just new to Skype and chat as well. Okay, I would say there, Jarl, depending on which chat, comma, I chat, but I'm new to Skype, but I chat as well. Okay, full stop. Okay. Hello, Jarl, said Zeb. New to chatting? I don't believe it. You probably use your mobile phone to chat with your friends, don't you? And Jarl said, if you call mobile texting is a chat, I would say yes. I'd say it is, Jarl, yes. So if you call mobile texting chat, comma, I would say yes, full stop. Then Zeb said, every time that there are two or more people exchanging information, I call it chatting. What other tools or applications do you like for chatting? Jarl said PalTalk. And I replied, we used to run sessions on PalTalk, but it was too difficult to keep out disruptive elements. And Zeb said, I don't know it. Is it a website, an app, or a phone? I replied to Zeb, when we used it, it was a web service, a bit like Skype, but it's probably an app by now. We moved from PalTalk to iVisit and then to Skype, and join me. Yol replied to Zeb, it is a program where you can chat by voice, type and cam. It's universal, I should try it. Okay, so Yol, it's a program where you, Y-O-U, can chat, C-H-A-T, then space by voice, comma, typing and video. I wouldn't say cam, okay? And then full stop. It, capital I, is universal. I should try it. Full stop. Do you mean I should try it or you should try it? Okay, I should try it, Yal, means that you think you should try it. If you said to us you should try it, then you would mean we should try it. Does that make sense? I hate I, you, we, they, them, us. So difficult to explain in voice. But anyway, get the idea. Zeb said, most people I interact with get in touch with me via Google Hangout or Skype. I don't think that they will follow me if I move to Paltalk. You said that you are new at using Skype. Are you trying it just out of curiosity? Is it to compare Skype with Paltalk? Yal said, I think we can discuss this through Skype. What is your Skype ID? And Zeb said, I use Skype for language exchanges, in my case French-Spanish. For my English, I prefer group activities. Elaf came along and said, hi everybody, I want to chat in groups, in fact, to learn English, so please can you explain how to do that? So, capital H for hi, and everybody is one word in this context, okay? Full stop. I want to chat in groups to learn English. Full stop, capital E for English, don't forget. So, can you explain to me how I can do that, please? Okay, and question mark. Hi, Elaf, said Zeb. I take part in the group activities run by the LE network. Here is the calendar of the different sessions with the link. And if you explore the menu at the top of the page, menu and calendar, that's always good. So, and if you explore the menu at the top of the page, the chat section will tell you more depending on the platform you're interested in. Skype, Immersion, Google+. Absolutely. And if you're wondering about Immersion, strangely somebody said recently that they thought Second Life was another forum. It's not. It's an immersive environment where you take the sort of avatar and you can move around using your avatar and interact with objects around you. Okay, so just so you know. A few sort of highs and hellos and Skype phishing. And Raoul came along and said, what's your dog name, teacher? I don't have a dog name. I think what you meant is, what's your dog's name, teacher? Okay, so that would be a small d and OG apostrophe S, so the name belonging to my dog. If you can say the name belonging to or the thing belonging to someone, then you use that apostrophe S to show the possession, okay? I replied, my dog's name is Laika. She's very good at stealing salami off pizza, and I put a link to a picture of a before and after pizza, which she stole every single slice of salami off. Terrible. It was her pizza, wasn't it, said Seb. And Laika said, Laika typed this using my account. No, I said, Laika would like you to adopt her. Bobby came along and said, hi, I'm very happy to found this site and I'm interested in English. My work is that I created Emotion for Kids to Movement, and that's the most important reason for learning English, to search how other country works with kids. Thank you for your kindness. Okay, so Bobby, hi, I'm very happy to have found this site, comma, and I'm interested in English, capital E. I work creating, and I'm not sure what you meant, emotion. Is it some kind of motion and emotion thing? I don't know. But anyhow, for kids, to movement. I'm not sure again what that means. Is it like music and movement, or is it like drama and movement? I'm not sure. You'll have to explain, Bobby, if you want to. And that's the most important, which is IMPORTNT, reason for learning English, capital E, to see or to find out how other countries work with kids. Thank you for your kindness would be capital T for thank you, and kindness has got double S at the end, okay? Don't forget your full stop. Hi, Bobby, said Zeb. I'm sorry I didn't get it. What did you create for kids? Okay, and Bobby, you did explain a little bit. Hi, I perform for kids and interest them to gymnastic. Okay, and get them interested in gymnastics. So you'd say that with a plural, yeah? What are you doing? Capital W. Now, don't forget, Bobby, when you say what are you doing, you mean right now. So, for example, I'm correcting your post right now. What do you do, I think, is what you meant to ask Zeb. And Zeb said, very literally, at the moment I'm typing this message. As for my job, I work for an IT services company. Nothing as exciting as your job sounds like. Okay, nothing as exciting as your job sounds. Okay, you could say it sounds like your job is exciting, but nothing as exciting as your job sounds. I guess your job implies playing music. How far am I from the truth? And Bobby said, my work is exciting, but it needs to update information most of the time. Okay, so my capital M work is exciting, comma, but I need to update information most of the time. I think you mean you need to update the way you do things most of the time, perhaps. Again, not 100% certain. Then you say, I am really interested for that how another country work for kids. Okay, I'm really interested in how that works in other countries. Okay, I love my job to tell the truth. I was married with my job. Okay, I love my job, comma, to tell the truth, I am married to my job. Don't forget capital I always for I. I implies with music, mime, story to motivate the kids to action. Okay, I implies, no. I use music, mime and story to motivate kids to action. That would be fine, actually. Action learning, maybe. Okay. And could we have the cooks with us? Asked Seb. Not sure what that means. Could we have the cooks with us? Oh, I see. No, that's in reply to me. Okay, that's in reply to me about the pizza. I'm the cook, Seb. I don't have cooks. Okay, so good text. Well done. Then let's see. Hello, and we're in live chat. Okay, and for live chat, Pratik came along and said, hello everyone, I'm new for this chat. I need your support to be familiar here. So, hello everyone is fine, Pratik. I am new to this chat, TO, and I need, capital I, your support to get to know how it works. Okay, I said, hello Pratik, what sort of things do you like chatting about? And Pratik didn't reply, so we'll never know, maybe, unless he comes back. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for this week. Well done to everybody who took part and had a meaningful conversation. Hello to everybody who said hi. And if you're looking for me to correct hi, it's capital H, small I, full stop. And especially for Zeb, capital H-E-L-L-O, full stop for hello. Okay? If you want to share your Skype IDs, do so. But remember, this is a global open chat system. Anybody can find your Skype ID. So if you want to join us in our sessions, you can send me your Skype ID privately on the forum. Okay, so keep calm, explore the network. Okay, and I'll see you next week. Just remember, it's not about learning, it's about doing, using what you've learned. And if you can only remember it, you haven't really learnt it. If I could just say that, okay? Thanks for listening and take care. Bye.